Hello and welcome to what I believe is the world's only Golden Girls and vegan food themed podcast, Vegan Cheesecake.
Yeah, it is.
I am Dave Huffman, the bitchy vegan homo.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry. You know what?
Vicky's here too, I think.
I am. You know what? I don't know why. I was sitting here like, he's going to say something else.
No.
I'm really... Okay, no, this is... Okay, what's up? What up, everybody? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki of Urban Sweetness. And I'm going to tell you what really is happening with me right now. I took a pill.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? It didn't... All it said was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't say if it was drowsy or
Gotcha.
non-drowsy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting here.
So you're drugged is what you're saying.
Basically.
Uh-huh.
And I started laying back on this couch here in our awesome studio.
Uh-huh.
And I blanked out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I literally left my body.
That is okay. I'm not going to...
And I was like...
Well, regardless, I don't care if you're drugged. You're still my friend, so that's
I literally left my body. So, what up, everybody?
So today we're going to be talking about...
That was no lady.
No, it was not.
And I'm still trying to...
I know.
Okay, so, I mean, the main plot, the subplot...
Uh-huh. The main,
where did the title come from?
Yeah, the main plot is about Dorothy... Again, last week we were talking about Dorothy having a little romantic action.
Listen, Dorothy was getting it in.
She was with a married man this time.
She what? But he's a hater. He took. Okay, I'm about to get graphic.
All
he
right.
took the draws.
Yeah.
He took the draws, people. And then you want to tell me you married? That's a problem. That's a problem. I need to know. I need some answers.
Right. That is
because you gonna take it.
That's Dirtbag 101 right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then you gonna tell me you
and
married.
What's up with Dorothy not having enough self-respect to stick to her guns?
To stick with her.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been too good.
So that was no lady. Is that Dorothy is no lady? I don't understand the
Maybe.
title. Like,
they don't have to play her like that.
But it does. That's what I'm saying.
But
it's a
that
mean
was
kinda,
no late. But still, that's
and the subplots about Rose buying a car.
And the car was a piece of crap.
Yeah, and that was no lady either. So I don't know. The title doesn't make a whole lot of sense for this one.
It doesn't.
But, so yeah, Dorothy's having the affair with the married gym teacher from her school. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he's sex on legs to her. So,
yes.
Did you was there a hot gym teacher in your school?
Oh, God, no.
No? You didn't have a hot gym teacher?
No.
Oh, we had some hot gym teachers.
No.
Yeah.
My gym teachers were not hot. I remember one gym teacher. You know what? I remember one gym teacher. She's probably passed on.
Mm-hmm.
But she was so mean to me.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think any of the lady gym teachers were hot. I'm talking about the
No, I know the men. No, I'm just
but,
saying.
All right, so let's hear
about
the mean
gym teachers. She was just so mean to me because at that time I was not very athletic.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "Come on, Sonia, come on." Like doing somersaults or like rolling and all that. I never run the Presidential Fitness Award.
No.
You know those little things. I never did that. I couldn't hang. I couldn't do a chin up.
No.
I couldn't do. She was always on me.
Aww.
I never liked her. Ugh. I don't even remember your name. Nah.
No, she's not worth remembering.
She's not.
No, I don't like her.
No,
she was mean
like
to you.
Yeah, but no, we never had any hot gym teachers.
We had a couple.
Really?
But the thing I most remember about gym was I was such a little nerd that I actually took summer gym 2 years to allow me to have more time during the school year for like academic classes because I took all these AP classes that were like 2 periods.
Oh,
so
look at you.
I took summer gym. So I went to gym for like 5 weeks or whatever it was.
Gym.
Yeah. And that was
That's a thing?
It was a thing in my school. Yeah, you could take summer gym class. You could take summer classes, and one of the things you could take was summer gym.
One of the classes was gym.
And so the first hour of gym class, because it was like a 2-hour class, the first hour you had to do whatever they told you to do, like whatever the activity was. Then the second hour, as long as you weren't standing around, you were fine.
Like
you could do whatever. Yeah, just play tennis, do whatever you wanted.
Okay.
I say not stand around, you want to get in trouble, unless you were me, which I just stood around and I talked to the gym teacher the whole time. We just sat there, we just stood there and talked the whole time. And I don't know if I was the gym teacher pet or what, but we were just like, I would just stand there and talk to him. Yeah.
With the gym teacher.
Yeah, he was a very nice guy. So, yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. So anyway, so Dorothy talking about not standing still with the gym teacher.
Oh, no, she wasn't standing
no,
still.
she
She was
not.
doing a horizontal mambo.
She was indeed. I like whenever Rose just won't stop judging her. You know,
She
won't stop judging her.
And that was a little, that was too much. Because Rose, I mean, yeah, she's a prude.
Well, yeah, there was a whole episode, Rose the Prude. But
that was terrible.
But I thought it was interesting that even Blanche had said she'd never been with a married man because her logic is flawless, by the way, on this.
Right, yeah, it was.
She would always assume that the man would be too guilty so the wife would get all the good gifts.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
She was on it 100%.
You gotta respect Blanche's
her hustle.
ethics. And
That's it right there.
It doesn't matter what has led you to make the more moral choice in this scenario.
Right.
She just did.
But then you know what perplexed me about this whole thing?
What?
His reasoning for not leaving his wife.
Oh, yeah. Just
come on, dude.
Yeah, just fear. Just he doesn't want to be alone. It's too late in his life. Yeah, he stayed together for the kids, and Dorothy's like, "Your kids are over 30."
They're 30. Come on now, right? And
No.
she just, I felt bad for her, and
he just wanted literally his cake and eat it too, kind of thing.
Yeah, he wanted the draws, which he got.
He got the draws.
He got the draws. That's all I'm saying. He got the draws. Dorothy gave it up.
That's going to be the subtitle for this episode.
Yeah, it is.
He got the drawers.
He got the draws.
Yeah. I love that expression.
Wait, oh no.
That's a really good expression.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
But then, wait, you know what cracked me up, though?
What?
When Sophia was the subplot, when Sophia was telling Rose, why don't you, about the car.
Uh-huh.
But then Blanche said, no. My granddaddy always said, no.
Well, I wasn't going to bring this up.
I brought it. This is the reason. Wait, what was the one podcast I said? Oh, can I say black people?
Yeah, I know. I like that you're. All right, go ahead.
It was funny though.
It's the kind of joke that would never get on a sitcom nowadays. That's for sure.
No, I know.
100%.
And you know what? And that's one thing. It's like I know. I'm probably gonna get so in trouble for this, but there are just some things I'm like. Sometimes I think people just, in this day and age, you need some almost comic relief.
Oh, 100% you do. Yeah.
So there are some things that, you can make fun of.
Mm-hmm.
But, people are just so sensitive. Oh, my gosh, you said this. Oh, my goodness. Don't say that.
Yeah.
But when she said a car or a slave, as if one of them stopped working.
You'll never hear the end of it.
You'll never hear the end of it.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, but you know what? Just to show how innocent that time was.
Right.
And that was funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, people.
Well, it is a funny joke. It's just not at all politically correct.
It's never.
And
never.
People don't want to ever distinguish between the two different things. Like, they feel like when something is in any way politically incorrect or offends anybody, that it can't possibly be funny. And I completely disagree with that.
I totally disagree. Because I'm like, there are some things about me, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
Pretty much anything can be a source of humor.
Yes, and it's like, people lighten up.
Yeah.
There's something I'm just like, dude, you gotta lighten up.
Well, I love that even President Obama was just talking. Did you read that article or hear his speech where he was talking about, he was kind of reprimanding everybody for cancel culture and everyone trying to be so woke. He's like, that's not, you being angry about something isn't changing things. And, like that, you gotta, there has to be, you can't strive for such a kind of unbendable perfection of ideology because that's not how the world works.
That's not how the world is.
And if everybody just keeps retreating into 100% this and 100% that,
and
then
it's not,
that's not the world.
You can't do it. It's not the world at all.
No.
And it's like, I think in this climate and the culture, you need that comic relief.
You do.
So if you have a problem with it, go ahead and DM me. So many people do anyway. You can DM me.
See, I have been waiting, especially with a name like Bitchy Vegan Homo,
that somebody would go.
I have been waiting for a little bit of the backlash, but all I really get is people laughing and getting that it's fun, and I'm saying it.
Right.
So
You're
it's like,
I know, it's like,
who are you going to be
Right.
to tell me what I can call myself? And, I can't help it. I am a bitchy.
Right.
I am vegan and I am a homo. So what are you going to do?
Right.
You know?
And I'm like, people, come on now. But that was funny to me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I can't remember if we talked about this on an episode or if we just talked about it before. Maybe I've never even told you this, but at 2 of the last events that I've done,
Okay.
I've had people haven't asked me about the name, but my friends that have been helping me at these events, I've overheard them, a customer or potential customer, someone just walking by, asking about the name.
Right.
And my favorite was overhearing my friend Sandy say to this woman, she's like, well, it's homo because the owner is a homosexual. And it was just the way she said it, and she said it just like that, was so funny. Oh, my God. I loved it. It made me laugh so hard.
And you're looking at the person like homo.
And then she's like, oh, okay. Oh, I wasn't sure. And then my other friend,
Really?
Another friend of mine at a different event, I hear him say to someone, he's like, or homo sapien. Sure, he's a homo sapien too. It's like,
so either way you want to take
whatever
it,
you want to
lady.
do.
Whatever you want to do.
I thought that was hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I know, because somebody's like, who's the guy that you do? Now, what is it? I was like, who? Bitchy Vegan Dave? I'm like, yeah.
Are they like afraid of saying the name sometimes? Yeah, I love that.
And I'm like, bitchy vegan homo?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
they're
okay.
Like, I'm like, that's his name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's it.
That's it. I own it. It's me.
Right.
100%.
But that was but I thought that was, but then what was so funny, because sometimes I put on the closed caption.
Right.
And it says, a car or a sleigh. They don't even write.
Are you serious?
It was like sleigh.
That's the best.
Sleigh, but I was like,
they didn't want to even type the word.
I was like, I said, maybe they didn't understand what she was saying.
Well, I don't know if you've ever watched. When was the last time you watched an episode of The Jeffersons?
Oh my God, it's been a minute.
All right. Watch an episode of The Jeffersons, and then just sort of like your mind will reel at what they say.
Okay.
On an episode of The Jeffersons.
Yeah.
I would love to watch that open caption.
Right.
They are not writing some of that out.
No, they're not writing. Because, I mean, they went there on The Jeffersons. He went there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. But that is so funny. I was just like, and I said car or sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking, I said,
well, it makes sense. Don't buy someone's sleigh.
And then my thing was, I was like, I could have sworn she said slave. Then I was like, wait a minute. And I'm playing it back, and I'm like, she did say slave. And I was like, oh, it said sleigh. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the only time I put on that closed captioning is when I'm trying to, last week's episode when we were talking about Sophia said something in Italian. So I wanted to look up the word. So I was like, what is that word exactly? I don't know how you spell abbondanza. And I put on the closed captions for that. But I do enjoy, like, if you ever find yourself at a restaurant or bar or whatever that they have the closed captions on, and it's like the news. So someone's typing it live as it's going.
And it's awful.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And I'm like, what did they say? And sometimes I get so mad. I'm like, that's not what they said.
It is. I feel like they owe an apology to every person that is hard of hearing that actually does need that service because, just from the typos and just the wrong thing.
Like, it's going to be a Sunday day instead of sunny day.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
It's
it's
bad. So,
they're bad. Yeah. Some of them I'm like, oh my gosh. That's hilarious though.
Oh, I want to talk a little bit more about Rose being really judgmental.
Yes.
Because I loved whenever she said to Dorothy that she was in a cheap, tawdry, bare bulb den of iniquity.
Oh yeah, I was
at
like,
the hotel.
wait a minute.
I love that.
The den of iniquity, just nasty.
Den of iniquity. I just like that she called it a bare bulb.
Bare
bulb, because it's so visual, you know.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Like they're just as if they're just I don't know,
just
in some backwoods. I don't
nasty,
even know.
All
Oof.
In a nasty motel,
and
cheap.
They showed them in that room several times.
Did.
This is one of the few episodes where you actually see somewhere outside of the house.
Yes,
because a few times they're in that same hotel room.
Yeah, they are.
And Dorothy finally stands up to him.
At the end, she did.
She has enough self-respect to finally say no.
She did. But how many times after was that?
I don't know.
Dorothy, because he got the draws.
He did. Over and over, apparently. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about food.
Yes.
Tell me about, you've got your Thanksgiving coming up. Your big vegan Thanksgiving on, that's actually just like, it's coming up this week. It's sold out.
Yes.
But how long is it going to take you to make all that food for all those people? How many people was it for again?
25.
Okay.
25 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take a minute.
1 minute.
It's
All
going
right.
to take 1 minute. But you know what? I do have 2 sous chefs
Oh, that's good.
that are helping. So they're going to be doing a lot of the prep for
Yeah,
me.
that's nice.
Look at that.
I like
sous
that.
chef.
I like that.
Yeah.
I never have anybody helping me because I'm too much of a control freak.
Me too. But,
Yeah.
wait, well, let me tell you this. So what they're doing is kind of like just massaging my kale and stuff
Gotcha.
for me.
Uh-huh.
They're not cooking. Don't.
No.
I mean, you can like measure my spices and stuff
Right.
out. But as far as
That's
like the
about it.
cooking,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're cutting the sweet potatoes.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yeah,
prepping everything.
prepping
But
things. Mhm.
you can't.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Well, I had a little birthday party a couple weeks ago here.
It was
And
awesome.
yeah, and you actually came. That was
I
very
got
nice.
an invite.
You did get an invite.
And I came.
Well, it wasn't even supposed to be what it was. It was literally, it started out, I was going to have a few people over for dinner, like 4 people. And then, then I ended up making food for like 25 people.
Yeah, you did.
So,
You did.
but I felt bad because literally, I had decided at the last minute that I was going to do something. So some people, I never even reached out to everybody, and then other
Okay.
people I did, and then so it was just sort of like a
was
thrown together
awesome.
thing. So, but thank you. So I was just going to say that, yeah, that was one of those times where I hadn't planned on that I was going to be making that much
Okay.
for that many people.
But it was so good.
But it was, yeah, I like doing that kind
This is
of
my
thing.
first time. Sokka.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
let's
gosh.
talk about Sokka.
Let's talk about Sokka. Sokka to me. Hey.
Socca, which
Socca.
I had never had that before until a friend of mine came to visit, and she was talking about, she's from Pittsburgh, and she was saying, like, every menu in Pittsburgh, everywhere she goes, everyone has Sokka on the menu. And I'm like, I've never even had it.
Right.
What is it? And all it is basically a broiled flatbread that's made out of chickpea flour. So it's
so
the
good.
easiest thing on earth to make. It's like a cup of water and a cup of chickpea, like
Yeah.
ground chickpea, like flour.
Flour.
And then you put some salt and
Yeah.
a little bit of oil and a couple whatever spices you want to put in there, and you let that batter sit for like 30 minutes so it kind of hydrates a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you stick a cast iron skillet under a broiler in your oven until the cast iron skillet is super hot.
Yeah.
And then you pour the batter in there. You stick it back underneath the broiler for like 5 minutes, and you just have to keep an eye on it because it's your broiler. And then you're done. And that's,
It was so good. And then you put, what was
Whatever-
it, butternut squash?
yeah, the one I did was like butternut squash. I use beet greens, which I always, every time I buy beets,
Yeah.
and I always feel bad that I don't use the greens because you can totally eat the greens.
Wait, so those were beet greens?
Those are beet greens.
I thought those were just like, I didn't know what kind of
Yeah.
greens it was.
Yeah, they were the beet
that
greens.
was awesome.
Yeah, so beet greens, butternut squash, onions, and just, some spices and stuff
See,
is what I
that's why I
served
need
on
to-
the Sokka.
Yes.
So yeah, it
was so good.
it's a delicious gluten-free, high
it was
protein
so good.
yumminess. Super
Yeah, it
easy.
was. It was
Mhm.
good.
You can put whatever you want on there.
Yeah, and then my favorite,
Mm.
the kale with the pomegranate.
Oh yeah, me and the pomegranates.
Yes.
I'm all about pomegranates. Now that
The
I'm over my
what
fear.
did you put on that? What was
The dressing?
Yeah.
It was a strawberry vinaigrette. So just some fresh strawberries pureed up with a little rice wine vinegar.
you did fresh strawberries?
Yeah. What
Oh,
kind
I
of
feel
savage
so
am I?
Special. I do. That was awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, so it was like a kale quinoa salad with
It was- oh, that
pomegranates
was- oof.
and kohlrabi, my favorite thing. I love kohlrabi. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I always feel like I'm like so sophisticated because I could say, I eat kohlrabi.
Oh, you do now.
And people are like, what?
Mm.
I'm like, oh, you haven't heard of
Have you bought
kohlrabi?
it yourself yet?
I have not because I haven't seen it anywhere.
They always have it at every Giant Eagle. Always has it.
Shut up.
I'm serious. Every Giant Eagle I've
If
ever
you
been
don't-
to
you
around
don't
here.
see me. I sat up
She
in
did.
the couch.
And she is like in complete disbelief.
I am. Okay, because I want some.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get
It's
some.
not like a hard thing to find in this area. I don't know if it's everywhere in the U.S., but here in the
It's not at
kind
the
of-
hood giant
in
Eagle.
the-
I didn't. No, I couldn't find it in the hood. That's why I have to come over here.
They have it at the Hood Dave's. I've bought it at the Hood Dave's.
Well, Dave's. Well, see, each Dave's, they're always in a place where it's like a different ethnicities.
Yeah, that is true.
So Dave's, I can see having it.
Well, this is the one that's like the new one, the fancy new one that's right off of Chester. If for those of you that are listening that aren't in the Cleveland area, Dave's is a local grocery store
Right.
chain that actually it's great because in a lot of cities, you always hear about major cities that have food deserts
Right.
where no one lives within whatever, however close it is to a grocery store or whatever. Dave's really has filled that void here in Cleveland.
Dave's
and,
is in different,
in different areas. So they have a lot of, but they have that fancy new one that's right there off of Chester.
Yeah, it's like 50 fit.
Yeah, right on 55th.
Right, yeah. Okay,
And
so I'm gonna have to go hit them up.
it's right by Huff. It's like the Huff neighborhood.
Is.
So yeah,
sure is.
And they have it there.
So I definitely have to go get some kohlrabi.
All right, do it up.
When I get it, I'm going to take a picture with it, smile, and I'm going to tag you.
Did I tell you about the time that I tried to grow kohlrabi?
You did not.
The one summer I said, I'll I love kohlrabi, so I'll grow some kohlrabi. And well, it turns out that in some places, kohlrabi, the plant, is just used as a kind of decorative, landscaping thing because it has bigger leaves and it kind of grows kind of wider and stuff, and it fills up some space. So they don't even eat the vegetable from it. And after making it, and I have I just have a few little like beds, I don't have like a big garden. I was like, that was the dumbest thing I could have planted because it was basically like 3 kohlrabi taking up an entire bed because they kind of sprawl a little bit with the leaves.
Because of leaves and stuff.
And so basically I wasted all that square footage on something that would have cost me like $2 to go buy at the grocery store.
Oh, no.
And I got, and you only get one out of each thing and it takes all that time to grow. So
really?
Yeah. So that was not an efficient use of my little bit of space. And they never got very big. So I had 3 tiny little kohlrabis taking up a bed for an entire summer.
Oh,
and
man.
That was a useless crop. If I had to feed my family on that, I would have been a bad dad. Yeah.
Right. You know what I want to do?
What?
Here's another example of what I'm talking about doing that I'm not going to do. Okay? I'm good at that, people.
We are all, as we decided last time, we're all talk.
That's what we all talk. We're 50-50. So I want to plant a garden.
Yeah?
I do.
Well, do it.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I just want.
I didn't plant anything this whole year other than weeds. That's all that was growing in my. I just was too busy.
So for real, this is our challenge.
Okay.
But see, I don't know if I have not like where I stay.
This is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I've got 2 little beds in my backyard. Next year, one's going to be Vicky's bed, one's going to be David's bed, and we'll have a little we each have to plant stuff, and then we'll have to make meals out of it.
I'm about to
There's
cry.
another great idea that we'll probably not do, but it sounds
Never
good.
Gonna do it. Never gonna do it. However, I'm excited about it.
Years ago, I joked about putting together a collection of writing. So, I write sometimes, and it was going to be called Best Intentions, and it was just going to be like the
dude.
like the first paragraph or the first page of something or the first half of it, the first act of a play, like the things that you never finish. But you have good intentions.
You got good.
There it is.
Listen, that right there is story of my life, baby. That's gonna be a bestseller.
There you go, bestseller.
Everybody
that it doesn't even
doesn't have an ending.
It doesn't even have a middle. It only has a beginning.
Everything has a beginning. There's no middle.
Yep.
There's no end.
Yeah.
It's just
the beginning.
Just the beginning.
I
can see that being volumes.
Yeah.
Edition 27. Best intentions.
Best intentions. There you go. Maybe can be a little spin-off podcast for us too. Best intentions, where all we do is talk about things that we're going to do that we never actually do.
You know how many people would listen to that?
No one, just you and me. I mean,
but then we'll start it, and then we won't.
It took me like 5 years before I finally from when I said I was going to do Bitchy Vegan Homo, and I bought all the name and the domains and all that stuff before it actually became a real thing. So that was a 5-year process because life gets in the way.
You did it.
I did eventually.
It took a minute, but you did it.
Look at me now.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
World famous podcaster.
That's right. I'm very excited about the fact that my YouTube channel, which hasn't had any like new videos on it for recipes for so long because my studio they moved and they haven't rebuilt my set and all this stuff yet. But we had one episode that I had filmed last year that was supposed to come out before Thanksgiving last year. We didn't get edited in time, so that's going to actually be coming out before this Thanksgiving. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more mindful of giving people a little bit more notice in case they actually want to make these things for the holiday, because I find that sometimes I'll post something and it doesn't give people any time. Like if I post like, this is what I made on Thanksgiving, it doesn't help the people that think, oh, I was
They're
looking
like, dude.
for an idea to make for Thanksgiving. So
They're like, it's Christmas Eve.
well, but some of that stuff is
Right.
for Christmas.
Oh,
too.
but then they can do it for Christmas.
They can do it for Christmas.
Right.
But I do want to be a little more mindful of that. So
Okay.
I'm going to be posting some Thanksgiving ideas are going to be on my Instagram feed in the next couple
Nice.
weeks. And a new YouTube video is going to be coming out soon. So yeah, that's
I'm
going to be
excited about
the pumpkin whoopie pies. That's going to be the next YouTube video.
Ooh, those are good.
It's been so long ago that we filmed it. I have no idea what I said. So we're working on editing it this coming weekend. So we'll see how it goes.
Anything, people. Right.
It's I write these little scripts for them, and then we
Right.
film them, and then sometimes they don't get edited for a little while after.
Right,
and
right,
so
right.
I'm sitting there with the editor, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I did that. Or then I'll be like, wait, I think there's this, and no, I was wrong.
Right.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
man.
completely changed it at the last minute.
Okay.
Something that I wrote, we never actually filmed.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So yeah, it gets a little confusing. Mhm.
Okay.
So, but speaking of media appearances and media stuff, you frequently get to be on Fox 8 and stuff here in
Yes,
town.
I'll be back on Fox 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, when I've still never gotten to see one of your appearances because I always forget to record them. So the next time I need to know when you're going to be on so I can
I'll give
record
it
it
to
and
you in
actually watch
advance.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to see you in action.
I know it's a sight to behold. I'm just letting you know.
Well, they keep having you back, so it must be.
I know, and you know what? After I look at it again, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I say? But the last time I was on there, I had a lot of fun.
Well, good.
But I'll be back on there on November 21st.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, November
All right.
21st. You have to check it out.
All right. On
Fox 8
here.
Yep.
Okay. And do they usually post those on the on their
Yeah.
yeah, so you
They're
can
on
watch it
YouTube.
online
And it's
too.
actually on my YouTube channel too.
Oh, all right. Well, then I can check them
Yeah,
out.
I have a
can go
YouTube
back.
channel that only has my TV appearances. Doesn't
That's
have
all right.
anything else. Yeah.
That's okay.
I got to get better with that because I got to catch up to you.
Well, there's
Because
just
you're the YouTube guru.
there's so much stuff. There's not enough hours in the day.
It's not. That's going to be in Best Intentions
Yeah, there you
second
go.
edition.
Just the whole chapter that's just entitled Excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Listen, I'm telling you that. Look, people out there are like shaking their head like, oh, my gosh, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
How can I get in Best Intentions?
Everybody has their best intentions.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's just major.
Why, thank you.
I think that's
Is
hot.
Is that my $1 million idea that never went anywhere?
That will never go anywhere.
Chalk it up to being another best intention.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
I love it.
That's hilarious.
Well, we were just talking a little bit about where people can find us, but let's give them all the information.
Absolutely.
So, again, I'm Dave Huffman of Bitchy Vegan Homo. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest as Bitchy Vegan Homo. And on Facebook, I am BVH Show. And then the next thing that I've got coming up, I'm going to be doing, just like you're doing your Frank's Living dinner. I'll be helping out with the Justice for Animals people in Pittsburgh for their Veg Feast, which is their fundraiser Thanksgiving dinner party. And I'll be doing all the desserts for that. And I believe that's the 23rd of November. And I'm not sure if tickets are available for that or not. But check out the Pittsburgh Veg Fest Instagram, and they have information about there.
Absolutely. And what's up? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under urban _sweetness. I didn't want to keep saying under.
I gotcha.
Because so you can find me at
that's it.
urban _sweetness.
Yes.
And I do have a YouTube, which is Urban Sweetness TV. That's what I called it, Urban Sweetness TV. My best intentions are to put stuff on there, but you can go on there and you can find my TV appearances from Fox 8.
Excellent.
Cleveland. And my Vegan Thanks Living is November 16th.
All sold out.
All sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't show up. I mean, although I won't turn
unless you have a ticket.
Unless you have a ticket, right?
Yeah.
But if you show up, and I mean, I might be able to throw you a piece of kale or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
But,
it.
hey,
A well-massaged piece of kale by your underlings. I mean, your sous chefs. I don't want to call
There
them
you go.
underlings. That
Right.
sounds insulting
Right.
to people that are helping you.
And so that's really it.
Mhm.
Oh, and I'll be on Fox 8 November 21st.
Excellent.
Thursday.
All
It's a
right.
Thursday.
It is a Thursday.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening, everybody.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for being a friend.